Hello, future doctors, and welcome to week 4 of DDBA 8307. It's hard to believe we're almost halfway through this term. Time flies, I guess, when you're having fun. At least I hope you're having fun because I know I am. This week, we're going to take a look at ANOVA or analysis of variance. This week, we'll be kind of looking at running a one-way ANOVA. You'll also hear possibly if in the future or if you're researching further that there is a two-way ANOVA. But this week we're just focused primarily on one-way ANOVAs. One-way ANOVAs are an extension of the independent samples t-test that we ran last week. And we use this when we have more than two groups where we want to see if there's statistical significant differences between the different groups. So let's walk through what we got to do this week. So key point here, I want to point out that when we're looking at a variable, we're looking at one variable that's a categorical variable that has multiple levels. So the example here says day shift, swing shift, and night shift. So each one of those are different levels within one variable. There are a category of the work shift. So as you see there's more than two, so we couldn't do an independent samples t-test, so we'd have to do a one-way ANOVA. So make sure that you read our learning objectives for the week, as well as our learning resources. They're critical to your success this week. Notice we still have the exemplar. That's an example of what we'll be looking for, as well as a template to utilize. This week there's 3 videos. The first video is Dr. Taylor doing a great job explaining the one-way ANOVA, giving you a brief overview and then walking you through the different steps of utilizing an SPSS. Pay critical attention to the post hoc test. And all a post hoc test is, post hoc means after the fact. So those are run after your one-way ANOVA, because the true power of this is in the post hoc test, where you can determine which work shifts, whether it's the swing shift, the night shift, or the day shift, where the significant differences lie, if there are significant differences. Video 2 will walk you through step by step of writing it up, your results. It'll show you where to look in your SPSS output and how to write that up. So pay very critical attention to that. And then finally, this video is one that I would bookmark, download, keep. Whether you decide to do a quantitative study or a qualitative study, you're going to have either a theoretical framework, which is tied to a quantitative study, or a conceptual framework. All right. And so Dr. Taylor does a really great job in this short 6-minute video walking you through what that means and what the important role that your framework will play in your study, and will save you a lot of time in rewrites on your doc study when you start. So please bookmark this, download it, but keep it close by, because you will need it not only for this week's discussion, but possibly in the future with your own doc study. So this week in our discussion, we'll be looking at the role of theory in quantitative research. What role does your theoretical framework play in a quantitative study? So make sure you pay close attention to the video. Remember, your initial comments or post is due by day 3, and then by day 5, make sure you've went in and respond to at least 2 of your peers, and the more the better. And I will accept submissions up to day 7. And then finally, you have your one-way ANOVA quiz that is due by day 7. And then, as we've already discussed, your analysis of variance and the exemplar and the template is provided to you above. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me using the directions in the Contact the Instructor tab. Um, and if you need me via email, please know that's tied directly to my phone. I usually respond to all email within 24 hours, but no later than 48 hours. Let's have a great week, class.